I've generated well over $250,000 from cold outreach. Here is a screenshot of one of my Stripe accounts for proof. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Joe Testori, the founder of Bespoke Brand Developers, an advertising agency based in London, and Bespoke Academy, where we're helping people scale their businesses online and essentially work from anywhere in the world. Now, I'm not going to go into any more fluff. Check out this video. This is the exact process I'm using in 2025. If you found it valuable, subscribe for more videos.
So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact Instagram outreach process that I'm going to be using personally in 2025. And this takes part in 3 components. You've got communities, external profile comments, and direct messages. Stay till the end because I'm going to give you the exact rule sets that I'm going to be following across every process of this funnel. So going through here. Communities, let's start off with this. This is something that hardly anyone ever looks at. But back in 2020, these are the exact processes that I used within my agency to scale it to over 6 figures. What you want to do within your communities is add value. And when you add value, you become a thought leader. This is someone who within that community, people actually look forward to you messaging, to posting, to commenting, to reacting. You're essentially one of the people within that community who people take wisdom from. And that makes you have a perception as a leader and expert within that space. Next up, external profile comments. You want to be looking at people who are in your ICP, your ideal customer profile. And you want to do 2 things. You want to praise them, so essentially give them compliments, say stuff that they've done well, and then add value. So typically we want to be adding 2 to 3 lines of value to these people. Next up is direct messages. Now, this is the cornerstone of how I built my agency 5 years ago, and it is something that I swear by. And anyone who says that DMs don't work just don't know how to do them properly, because it's all about warming people up and building relationships and adding value to people. So first component is adding value, and the second layer is by asking open-ended questions. So questions that don't end in a yes or no. So, hey dude, what are your goals for 2025? Or what's the biggest challenge within your business right now? These are open-ended questions. These might not be the questions that you want to ask initially, but those are examples of open-ended questions. Love what you're doing with your business. What does 2025 look like for you? Or curious, what strategies do you have that you're using for next year? Following through, we then want to send people to our Instagram profile. Now, gone are the days where we want to send people to a VSL or anything of the sorts of a website. No, people's attention span is next to nothing. Back in the year 2000, on average, people would view something for 12 seconds. Now, that's gone down to 4 seconds. That is a decrease of over 200, well, of exactly 200%, should be corrected. From here, we want to send them over to our Instagram profile. Now, the ideal objective is to get people to follow us. However, if they don't follow us, we've got this little sneaky trick behind us, which is retargeting ads. So once someone hits our Instagram profile, we can start retargeting them with meta ads, which is beautiful. From here, we've got 3 different methods that we can follow. We can either send them to our email list, which the ideal scenario is that we want everyone's email data. This is something that we own, and I'll get onto that a bit further on. Or we drive people over to our YouTube, which is actually my preferred method because that is how we will indoctrinate them further. And then the third method is sending them directly to our school profile. And essentially, that is within our link in bio or our link tree. And we give people the options because once people follow us, which is the goal, we have different ways of getting them to the same goal. Now, I'm a firm believer that just using the same method over and over and over again does not yield the best results. If we're split testing, if we're figuring out what gets the best results, then we can refine our strategy to focus on 1 or 2 processes that work best. 1 if there's a clear winner. So from here, as I mentioned, we've got the exact same objective. We want to get them over to our school community, and then we want to get them over to our premium community. So this is our paid for school community. And then from there, we then look at one-to-one coaching. And that's essentially the high ticket stuff. But what we realize is that the majority of our ideal audience do not know us, they don't like us, they don't trust us. And probably 80% of your market can't afford to pay for high-end one-to-one coaching. So having a premium offer that might be $49, $97, even $200 per month is a way of slowly moving people from leads to customers to clients. And that, in my opinion, is the big transformation that we've seen in the market within the last 12 months. People do not typically go from a process of being a lead to a client and pay $4, $5, $10,000 directly for a program. If we can slowly indoctrinate them and build relationships, which is exactly what this flywheel is doing, then we have the authority, we are a thought leader, and we have the trust to actually go in and help people and add value with one-to-one coaching. So here are the rule sets. You've got to the end of this video. So let me take you through the exact rule sets that I'm going to be using here. As we can see here, comments. We want to be commenting 20 different posts per day. And ideally, as I mentioned, these comments, we want to be aiming for 2 to 4 lines. And if they respond, let's look to DM them there. It's being like, hey, man, or hey, Joe, appreciate you engaging with me here. Go into your points there. Direct messages. Limit again, 20 messages per day. Now, if you want to be cheeky, you can push this limit to 30 to 40 messages per day, but we do not want to get blacklisted by or shadow banned by the Instagram algorithm. That is no bueno, it's not good. The rule sets that we do here is we like 2 pieces of content and we comment on another piece of content so that person sees visibility. Now imagine if you went on into Instagram and you saw 2 likes and a comment from someone. What's the first thing you do? You'd click on their profile. And this etches back to what we're doing here, retargeting ads. Furthermore, people are most likely to go and look at your DM history to see if there's anything there. And what are they going to see? They're going to see a message request from you. So that's the direct message process that we're doing. And what we want to do when we actually message them is based on the content that we've seen on their profile, we then want to send them a piece of value. So send them a lead mag that you've created, something on YouTube, a video course or a training, and literally make it no strings attached. Think about the rule of reciprocity. People will give back to you if you give to them without any asking. Third, communities. Now, back in the day, the go-to place was Facebook groups. Now, in my opinion, school communities are what's going to take off. I feel Facebook is oversaturated and is essentially a sales fest. And if you look, and you can still leverage Facebook groups, but if you focus on school communities, they're more tight-knit. It takes people an actual barrier to jump into to join a school group. Therefore, that means they are of a higher serious caliber than people just in Facebook groups. Now, what I would recommend here is to add 5 pieces of value per day. Now, this could be 1 post and then 4 comments, or 5 comments. Completely up to you. However, naturally, the more work you put in, the better results you're going to get. And what you can do here, and this is personally what I do, is I will write emails, and then the exact email copy that I use, I will then just put it into that school group, because those people have never seen that email before. So why not just repurpose the content you already have? From here, we want to look at our Instagram. Now, Instagram, in my view, should be a top of funnel activity. You want to be focusing on producing content that's between 20 to 30 seconds. Trying to push for content that's lasting for a minute plus just doesn't work. And the way how the algorithm has been set up with the infinity scroll is that people are just going to look at that piece of content and most likely click away. So be short, sharp, sweet, and give people a payoff by the time they get to the end of the video. Typically, what I see work really, really well right now on Instagram are lifestyle pieces of content, and content that actually shows a transparency or a documentary style into your life. And moving away from you should do this to I. And if you look at the start of this video, I said this is the exact process I am going to use next year. And you can essentially steal it for free. And I'm not telling you that this is what you need to do. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing. So you can literally copy what I'm doing and then replicate it for yourself. From here, YouTube. We want to use this to heighten our expertise and knowledge of our audience. Now, it's simple. People need to consume a large amount of content from you in order to purchase. People will not just watch 5-10 reels from you and then convert. Typically, 99% of your audience need time to trust you. And the best way to build trust is videos like these on YouTube that show an unequivocal amount of knowledge in your space. See, everyone, give or take, is an expert in something. You may be an expert in business or marketing, However, if you're a skateboarder, you might be amazing at doing skateboarding tricks. And if I've never skateboarded before, then you show me what you can do is enough for me to convince me to say, hey, this person knows more than I do, they're an expert. And this applies to all realms of coaching and being an agency owner. So from here, the next step is school. Now, what we really want to do here in school is just get whatever value in content we have and level it up. Now, the great thing is about school is that we can host free Zoom sessions, we can give away micro courses. So essentially, we're giving away most of the ideation, and then we help people with the actual implementation. We hold their hands all the way through the process with the premium group. Now, email list. This is something I'm currently building out at the date of this video, is I'm building out a 30-day drip sequence email campaign for everyone who signs up to my email list. So every single day they're going to see an email from me that is essentially just going to provide value with an ask, which could be head over to my YouTube channel, here's a free course, or book in a call with me. And fundamentally, we want to own this data, because if ever our Instagram, our YouTube, our Facebook account was to get shut down, touch wood, it doesn't happen, we own our list, which in my opinion, owning an email list is the most powerful thing you can have in your business when it comes down to sales and marketing.
So there you go, I've taken you behind the scenes into the exact outreach process that I'm using this year. My business is going to be built on 3 foundations. It's going to be built on outreach, content, and ads. I'm going to be using outreach and ads as top of funnel activities, and content, whether that's on Instagram, YouTube videos like this, or my email newsletter and school community to grow my business. If you haven't already, join the school community. I'm dropping more valuable insights within that group. Take care and thank you.